Hi, my name is Rodolfo Galván. I was born in León, Guanajuato, Mexico, and I was raised in Austin, Texas, and I've been here for as long as I can remember. I had the privilege of growing up in a digital age where very early on I discovered that I had a huge affinity and a true passion for computer science. Although I self taught many computer science topics while growing up, I was always inhibited for formal education up until recently for one main reason. That reason being that I was born on the other side of the border. While growing up in the United States and even in the liberal hub that Austin is, I came a lot of many injustices. And I witnessed not only injustices towards myself, but injustices towards others that looked like me. In the current political climate, I feel like these injustices have been more than just unjust. They have been, quite frankly, abhorrent. Whenever talking to other immigrants, whether they are documented, undocumented residents, or even citizens, there's a common pain point that comes up. That pain point being people do not feel safe in the United States. This is really what inspired me to build Sirenos, or Sirenos. Sirenos is a React MySQL based web application that equips everyone with the knowledge and the power to report and or track ICE raids around the United States. Think of it as the Waze, but for ICE raids. I believe that everybody, regardless of which side of the border they were born, deserves a vital and basic human right, that being the right to stay safe. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at the application. So the front end client side application is hosted actually on my server right here in my room, and the backend application, both being the API and the MySQL database that I also built, are hosted on Google Cloud. So looking up here, when a user enters Sirenos, they are prompted to select their preferred language. And once selected, and the languages displayed on the application are actually the top languages spoken, some of the top languages spoken by immigrants in the United States. So here I can, for example, select Portuguese if that's what I wanted. The cool thing here is that whatever page you are in the application, you're always allowed to change languages. And here we are actually, I tell users a little bit about myself, and I want to be very transparent throughout the app of what type of information I collect. This is why I even asked people if I can save their language preference in a cookie. There they can decide whether yes or no. So let's go ahead and hit yes. Then we get a little really cool loading screen there. And then users are presented with this map. And this is actually a map of all Sireno instances or ICE raids around the United States. People have the ability to go in and see exactly what type of ICE raid happened. So actually zooming in here, you notice that these little blobs turn into more and more ICE raids, and people are able to click on them and get information about what exactly happened there. And a lot of these are pre-populated from the Immigrant Defense Project, so thanks a bunch to them for providing that type of information. Hopefully with this application we're also able to get a lot more information about what type of ICE raids and where they happen in the United States. Another really cool feature about the application is that people can actually filter out what time period of ICE raids. So it always ends with today, that's the latest time, and people can choose from what date. So for example, if I want to see ICE raids all the way from 2002, for example, I go ahead and hit OK, and as you can see, there are a lot more ICE raids there. We can zoom in and see some that happened in California, click on them, and yeah. And also you notice that people have the ability to also search near them, see what's going on. And as you notice, there's this make a Sireno icon right there, a button that is not yet available. That is because a user actually has to define a location before that button before they can actually track that as an actual ICE raid. So they can actually use their current location and ask them, "Can I use your current location?" If they say yes, then it tracks their location, and it gives them the option to now make that Sireno. or an ICE rate to track that. Alternatively, they have the option to put an address there, and they're again able to make a Sereno. So let's say for right now that we want to make that a Sereno, we hit that, and they're simply prompted to type what is going on, what is the description of what is going on there. And as you can tell, this is also protected by reCAPTCHA, so that way we know that just not a whole bunch of robots are spamming the server here. So right here, let's go ahead and just write test and see now you're able to add that Sereno, and you're told that the Sereno was successfully added. So that essentially is my application. If you want to know more about the project, if you want to know more about what I do, please feel free to follow me at github.com/galvanitic, GALVANITIC. And actually, Galvanitic is where you can find me anywhere. Thank you for listening.